let's jump into our top stories. The big headline is, can both LA teams avoid 2-0 deficits? We got Kawhi Leonard. He tried everything he could to help the Clippers even the series with the Mavs, netting a game-high 41 points, third most in Clippers postseason history, but it wasn't enough as Doncic put up a 39-7 and 7 line, and the Mavs head home up
Off balance.
2-0
Beautiful.
Trevor, let's start with the winners.
Yeah, so Luka, the Don, as you touched on, those 39 points were a Herculean effort of sorts, but this brother has been getting everything that he wants in this series. Told Patrick Beverley he was too little in game one and then comes out and drops 39. His is now his fourth 35-point game this postseason. So now he is in the echelon of nearly Dirk, of the caliber of point getting that he's doing. So Luka the Don just continues to get what he wants.
Trev, I'm going to tell you this right now. If and when the Mavericks win a championship, he will surpass Dirk. Okay,
Win,
loser.
really?
Playoff PG. I mean, our dude is down bad.
Yeah.
This is second postseason. All right, and it's not for a lack of effort. He had 17 points in the first half of game 2 on 7 of 13 shooting. Second half had double digits too. Finished the game with 28. Herein lies the issue. First half and second half drop-off is abundantly evident in the last two postseasons. First half shooting 46%, second half shooting 37%. That's a problem.
Loser carried by the clock. Kawhi went out there last night and dropped 41. Good for third most in a playoff game in Clippers franchise history. Did everything he could to get a win, but he can only do so much, especially, as I touched on before, when Luka is getting whatever he wants to on the other end. And you couple that with Paul George's struggles, relatively speaking, in the second half.
Help me!
Get it done.
Let's go to the Lakers. They've been trailing the Suns 1-0 in the series. LeBron James and Anthony Davis made sure the series evened up. AD with the big block late in the fourth. LeBron puts the Lakers up 3 with the tough fadeaway, and then he seals the game with the dagger threes with less than a minute to go. LeBron and AD combined for 57 points as the Lakers win by 7. Boys, winners and losers of the night.
I'll slide in here. Brown's back for the first winner with a line of over 30 points, 10 boards, and 5 assists. That was the first time he went for that line in his playoff career. And then he was just much more aggressive. Got to the line for 21 free throw attempts. That is a career high. And that is what they need from Anthony on a regular basis in order to keep this thing going. The brow is how this tone will be set for the Lakers.
It didn't help that the Suns were missing clutch time. CP 3/4, because here's the deal. When CP3 exited the game in the fourth, the Lakers were only up by 1 with 4 minutes to play. We called that crunch time. How many field goals do they have the rest of the game? That's a 0. They did hit some free throws, but CP3 was out. So were the Suns at that point. Series tied.
Loser, KCP's eardrums. Now, I'm here for positive affirmation. LeBron James is here to offer that as well. He was telling KCP, I want you to shoot the ball. But I feel like the volume was a little loud,
You
right?
need a
like,
Q-tip.
You right here, Bron. You ain't got to do it like that. You can
Saliva.
just, yeah.
People
There's
would pay for
probably
that
a lot
on
coming
eBay.
with the words.
All right. If one play could recap an entire game, it would be this one. We've got James Harden to Kyrie, back to Harden with the lob to Blake Griffin for the dunk. This game was really that simple for Brooklyn as they blow out the Celtics 130-108. 9 straight playoff wins for the Nets over the Celtics. Winners and losers. Gary, let's start.
Yeah, all right. Nets starters have scored 90-plus points in 4 playoff games over the last 25 seasons. 2 have come in the first 2 games of this series alone. 93 in Game 1, 97 in Game 2. Now, I say all that, and then I say this. This was not meant to be an attack on Jason Kidd, who is the first player I think of when I think of the aforementioned Nets, who went 25 years and couldn't break 90 with that starting crew, but that's not here or there.
Wait. You said, like, no offense and then offended him.
You're right. I kind of just wanted to do the offense sandwich, Trevor. It's a technique.
Winner sharing is scary. We saw a little bit of a sample of this from the Nets in the highlight that Victoria just did. But they out here on a Harlem Globetrotters type wave, right? Like, they had more assists with 19 in the half than Boston had field goals made. So there is an issue. And also, that 24-point lead at the break makes a lot more sense. Winner, we did it, Joe.
Woo.
Shouts to Kamala Harris, but more generally speaking, Joe Harris, shouts to him. 6 threes in the first half. That is a career, that's the most in a Nets postseason game. Had 22 points. That's a career playoff high for him. Now, 5 of those 6 threes that I touched on, yeah, those were when he was bare booty open, so he was supposed to cash in on them, but that's neither here nor there.
If you listen to our friends at Daily Wager, the prop was 2.5 threes for Joe Harris over under. If you took the over, you're rich.
Okay.
Loser Jason Tatum's eyeballs. He'll be happy to get out of Brooklyn after his last 3 halves of basketball. Since halftime of game 1, Tatum has 16 points off 3 of 18 shooting and 5 turnovers. That plays out to the tune of minus 47.
I'm sorry.
Here is your public service message of the day. New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio calls out Trae Young.
To Trae Young, on behalf of the people of New York City and anyone who cares about actually playing basketball the right way, stop hunting for fouls, Trae. That hawk's not going to fly in New York City. Come on. Play the game the right way. See if you can win. I think the Knicks are going to teach you a lesson.
Now, Gary, I don't know if you understand this, but when this other boy smiles this hard, it's because he's all kinds of ticked off. Bill de Blasio, you are the object of my ire. Congratulations, because you want to be out here with the keys, making little funny puns about the Hawks and whatnot. But I want to call you out on something. That fraudulent jersey wearing that you've been doing lately, you were rocking a Brooklyn Nets jersey last week, and I think it was one James Harden. I think he hunts for fouls, doesn't he, Gary?
He's a true politician, though, playing both sides of the aisle here.
Fair.
I'm not one to get political, but I must right now because Bill de Blasio wanted to run for the presidency in 2020, but he pulled 0% amongst his own party. So what makes you think anybody wants to listen to you talk basketball? 0% of us, Bill de Blasio. Stop that right now.
That's an approval rating
You're
joke.
going to make Trevor mad.
All right, let's go around the association.
Let's do it.
We're getting fancy, folks. We're getting fancy. Mercury star, some unfortunate news. Mercury star Diana Taurasi is expected to miss the next 4 weeks with a fractured sternum. The team announced this on Tuesday.
Goodness.
Taurasi, the WNBA's leading career scorer, suffered the injury May 16th against the Sun. She played the next 2 games before having a CT scan that revealed the small fracture. We wish her a speedy recovery.
She played 2 games with a fractured chest?
Oh, she did.
Goodness.
We got the Dream versus Sky. Atlanta rookie Ari McDonald scored 8 points and a 10-0 run in the first quarter to put the Dream up early against the Sky. Tiffany Hayes finished with 26 points for her 46th career 20-point game, the second most of any player in franchise history for Atlanta. Dream win 9.
Come on, Atlanta. I need that. Also need some jerseys.
Fuck, somebody bless my man.
Well, we've got a local hometown team. Seattle hosting Connecticut.
Hey, bestie.
Whoop, whoop. And Sun rookie Dejanay Carrington forced overtime with this reverse layup. Then in overtime, take a look at what Sue Bird did. Turned it on, hit 2 key threes to put Seattle ahead. Bird finished with 21 points, and the Storm won 90-87, handing the Sun their first loss of the season. Come hang out with me at halftime during our upcoming WNBA games on ESPN2 and the app. Next Tuesday night, the Mercury are in Chicago to take on Candace Parker and the 2-0 Sky at 8 Eastern. Then the Fever are looking for their first win of the season when they square off against Breanna Stewart and the 2-1 Storm.